Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. The Satsang will remind one who comes about the essence, about what is natural to all without differentiations. And while speaking about it, we speak in time. In time we can speak about timelessness while being timelessness. But there is a magic, it looks in the creation, that once you utter anything, you are fascinated. There is a fascination for the human being with the birth to evolve and live a life of transformations, movements, and beliefs. Till one day he suffers. He doesn't understand the meaning of his life because of suffering. Then he may question, from where do I come? From where do I come? And if he gives any answer, it will be a time answer, an answer in time. So he will never be satisfied. So, as I said, while we speak of time or timelessness, we are timelessness, but not as an individual. It's the essence, being. And that will ever be uncatchable, because you are it. All the rest you become. So we read again and again, and if the mind has any doubts or a need of more clarity, you just ask. So it's really not about somebody in time, somebody necessarily in time, that will be enlightened. I even prefer the word liberation, You liberated from the beliefs that I, as somebody, can be enlightened or liberated. Liberation is exactly when you don't appear. When I don't appear, what is left? What is here? And you can't figure it out. Otherwise you fall into the jaw of the mind. So you just are. And that remains unknown to the mind. But it's not really unknown because there is no more search also. So you just, it produces peace, it produces no movement of search anymore. Et voilà. You can add something, or you ask me, or whatever. Yes, please.
Good morning, Ganga.
Good morning.
I feel like all I know is time.
Yes, you're right. And it will always be that you will never know who you are. Why don't you just abdicate? The mind will never go there. So
And yet you speak of the timeless.
that's what I said, yes. You know, I don't know that much, if it is an intuition of the mind, or if it is a concept, of course. It is a concept. But this concept also indicates something else than time. You know, concepts can say some truth, but in a limited form. So we search for... And timelessness is also a quality we give to that, but it's also a way to try to indicate something else than what we know. So what you are, even if you say it is timelessness, it's perfect in a certain context, but it's better not to say anything. How can you ever know what it is? But as I said, it doesn't rise, it doesn't make rise in the mind once you realize that, a search. Because the mind as how can I explain that scene? The mind knows its defeat. Is simply, he knows he disappears going there. So that illusion to realize it as a mind, as somebody really, is gone. Whatever enters into a movement is the mind. It's time. Whatever. So tell me something that doesn't enter into a movement. You cannot catch. So that fact is simply like that. You cannot catch, but I am. Something more. Tell? It's better to tell.
I mean, I see its movement.
Which movement?
Wanting to ask more.
Yeah, the movement will ask you more.
But
sure.
yeah, so I'm not to. You say indication. It's not something I should try to follow.
If you are in your mind, better you follow an indication
Yeah.
towards the source of the movement. there was the source of I exist as somebody. What is satsang? It's only indications. Or it is it, but unspoken, but still it can be an indication for the one who searches for it. So what do you mean?
So then I want to ask, how do I follow that indication?
Which one? Which indication?
Timeless, for instance.
Forget about timelessness. But don't catch the time then. If you catch the time, indication is timelessness. If you catch timelessness, the time will come and trouble you. So, liberated from states, definitions, beliefs, concepts, even the concept I am a being. You can say, of course, I am a being, but then you will speak of this body and mind. You agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So you speak of the world of appearance, of the creation of what you are, while you always are. But the fascination is such. Yeah. So instead of telling disidentification, I prefer to say deshypnotized. Because in this appearance, you will be identified and non-identified with things. It is the duality of life. But surely somewhere, even let's say in the peak of identification, if you have seen what is your real nature, it will make you wake up, deshypnotized, you see. And then you will see, oh, I was never hypnotized as a real thing. Only the human. Only the mind. Anyway. So where are you left now?
There was something, but now it's empty.
Something?
There was something, but right now I'm empty. I can't find what I was wanting to say.
Okay. Even empty is a description, you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, but okay, it's an indication, okay. You are always that, you see. But you are still giving importance to indications. Empty. So I'm all right. I am what I hear. Nothing wrong, but know it. Know that. Huh?
Yeah, now it came. You say you wake up from being hypnotized if you have seen. And I feel like I do wake up from this, or the way I relate is I wake up from being like totally hypnotized.
Yeah, no.
But I have not seen.
Yeah, so you don't wake up. You have not waken up. You know, those, when I say you wake up, of course it looks like one of the experience the human knows. He's hypnotized and he wakes up to his real nature and all that. It's because from the point of view of the appearance, it looks like that. In fact, nothing happened. This is the very difficult, it's the impossibility to describe. Now, when I say wake up in this context, first of all, know who you are. And maybe then the rest you will explain much better than me. You see? Because any explanation anyway is very tricky and relative. So, what is the trouble not to still search? Do you think that your mind will keep quiet forever once you know who you are and things like that?
I don't know.
It must be. It must be. You apply what I say to the mind. Thinking, one day I will be quiet in my mind. And then, of course, if you are honest, you will see I'm not always quiet in my mind. So you will see, I know who I am, in, but I still go out. I'm in and out. In fact, you are never yourself. You still speak of states of your mind. Yeah? So just know that. Just know that. And from where you see that, you see that. Yeah. So don't worry. You already are that. Just try for a moment, at least give yourself the chance to have moments not to believe your mind.
I so much want to.
But
to see.
Okay. To see what? You want to see? You will not see. Don't you see that it's a thought I so much want? The mind, it wants to be free, the mind. But it will not be the mind who is free. So it's just a thought. A thought of your search, thoughts, sorry. The thoughts, according to your investigation and all that, will go on changing qualities and so on. But it is still thoughts, you see? So there is here no compromise. Not a single thought will help you. So a thought is a thought. You have not to fight for it, let it pass. And suddenly you can simply see, oh, it was still a movement. And it's not who I am. It's an emanation of who I am.
Yeah, this is clear.
So Keep quiet now then. Keep quiet means even if your mind moves, it doesn't matter. But what is? It's a wonder why it looks so difficult to let the mind, let the grip of the mind go. And I think in the traditions they speak a lot about attachment, detachment, desires. I think it's really the attachment and the desires which enable one to keep quiet in the end. One is attached to solve something, to experience something, to enjoy. And then, of course, you are in your mind and senses and feelings. Nothing wrong with that, but if you want to know who you are, you cannot work on detachment because you cannot be in this world always detached with this body, mind, and feelings. They transform themselves all the time. It goes on changing. So the detachment spoken is about to know I am not even this body, mind, in reality. That my essence is not only this body, mind. So it is to be detached from the belief I am a body mind. You have not to work and clean and whatever this body mind. Detached from the belief I am only what? Human being.
This body mind.
Yeah. And that's it. There is nothing else to solve, actually.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just feel to confirm somehow what you said, because in the last months the mind has been going through a lot, and but still what I saw was that even when I cried and let all of this go and had this awful things happening, still the seeing has been so strong that somehow it doesn't feel real anymore that much.
Okay, but why you speak about the past?
I don't know. That's
Yes.
a good point.
I know. It's because you feel it's not here now. You must have made the scene a something, and a something is in time, And then the time today, just for some reason, it's not as strong or whatever experience you had then. Don't confuse that. Don't confuse the seeing for an experience. Because it's true, the seeing, when it is about the indication of emptiness, let's say, or beingness, can be extremely striking. But still, it is the experience, not what
Yes,
is.
that's what I want to be very careful about. That even like the most this very profound experience, it's still an experience, and to keep this like the mind wanting to take this as something, to keep this away and to
Just see that it's not it. It will pass then. So who are you?
who am I?
You see, the mind suddenly cannot speak. But when he speaks, then it's funny. Whatever was not there before, whatever appears, will disappear. It's not it. That's why you see even the clearest understanding is not it, because before you were not clear, you were confused. It's not it. Yeah. That is realization, you see, nothing else. It's just to see, of course, maybe I should shut up. Because if I see anything, then you think, oh, I have to see that, and I don't see the same, so yeah. But still, it is to see I have been always that. So there is nothing like before and after. In your story of a seeker, sure, there is a before and a after. In the story, in time of the individual. But the realization is not to see that. The realization is to see what is not affected by time. And that's why you can, if you try to speak about that, it's always a failure. But if you try anyway, it will always be from now, not from your memory. Yeah. So you will always speak from now. Hmm? Okay. So what do you see now?
What do I see? Or
Yeah, for example.
I see the world,
That's a thing, huh?
but I don't know what to I don't know how to answer that.
Of course you know. You are not obliged to reply as you did, especially now with me. I imagine I would have replied that to my master. Yeah, yeah. Out. Sure. Yeah. We are in Satsang to reply things of mundane things?
No.
Ah,
No.
then don't forget.
I meant that.
No, I don't need more explanation. Take what I say, don't try to justify.
Okay.
Take what I say. Okay? Okay. Yeah. You will have the mic, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you please talk about timelessness, liberation and love, the state of love?
Oh my God, I mean, need a full life to try to reply to that. First of all, you may agree that if anything is mentioned about it, it is with the mind. Yeah? So let's take them as indications. Indications is not it, huh? It's like, okay. And those indications is you are in your mind, and the indication brings you to the source of your mind. Yeah? So, timelessness has this function. If it is pronounced, you may be struck, or you may have an experience different than what you have generally. It's because the indication went back to its source. Huh? Now, you cannot stop at timelessness. Even if you have an experience of timelessness, there is still somebody having it. Even if that somebody is no more the one you knew, it became vaster because it's timelessness. Still, it's another shape of I am born. So, that's one. Liberation is to be liberated from even the indications, because you don't need them anymore. Liberated from the hypnotism of beliefs. And love. You cannot speak about love. The love the human knows is always a relation, isn't it? It's a relation. So, if we speak of this unconditional love, it means no conditions, so no I and you. But impossible to figure it out. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
It's a small question. Is thoughts and feelings, are they the same? And love is a production of the mind?
Love again. Well, everything which goes on changing, I'll call it mind. So in this way, yes, thoughts, feelings, even senses, I would say, it is the mind. It's a creation, yeah. Again about love, I replied.
It's also a creation of the mind.
A question of the mind?
Love is also a creation of the mind. It's something
If
permanent or impermanent.
It is absolutely impermanent when it's in time, when there is I and you, when there is a relation. It is impermanent. No, everybody dreams. It is the ideal of human being to know love, unconditional love. I think it's a new term actually. Because it is probably in a world which is more with less love, so it becomes like something. I cannot describe what is unconditional love. And because if I describe it, it is with I and you. So with I and you, it's impermanent. With I and you, feelings, thoughts, love, bliss, knowledge, all is impermanent. So now what do you do with that? What tool do you have to not fall into the impermanency? Do you think is with an answer that your mind gets?
No.
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 So the answer will not be in that realm of questions. Will not be in the realm of I am a seeker or a finder or someone who asks. Yeah? So, in fact, what you want to realize is what is already here if you don't impose anything on it. You are it. You always are it. That's all. And as the life is a flow, as long as this body is alive, thoughts, feelings, questions, answers will go on, but you are no more full, you know, this is the creation. And I, as a particular someone, I am in this creation, I live this life, but I don't confuse it with the essence. I will not search anymore my essence. There is no my here, no mine. No. The essence. Tell me. Tell me something.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't have a question.
But maybe you have something else to tell me.
Of course I have. I would like to hear about Moksha and Maya.
Moksha and Maya?
Yes.
Oh. Moksha is what you are. And it's translated as liberation. Liberated to believe I am only this, what I see and feel and think. Yeah? Clear?
Clear.
So if it is clear, I don't need to say what is Maya. Maya is what? I think I am this. They never are together. Or it's moksha, or it's maya. Originally, what is the translation of Maya? They say illusion, but is there any other? No?
That is when saying
It's, somewhere Shankara says, Gatita patana patiyasi maya, that which is able to produce what cannot be produced.
Ah.
But it's
Yeah.
illusion.
Yeah. Yeah. But this illusion, yeah. It's illusion as long as you believe in something. Yeah. Otherwise, because it's not two, huh? We cannot say there is moksha and the illusion.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. At the same time, I think the paradox has to be expressed. Otherwise you fall into, oh, I am liberated, so in this life I will never be troubled or identified and all that. So, yeah, the paradox is maybe the best description. Yeah.
I would like to hear.
I'm sorry, because I hear better.
I would like to hear something about the expectations.
Oh, that's a disease of the mind, huh? Because or it happens, you are fulfilled, but then that fulfillment will not be permanent, or it never happens.
Our expectations and the others' expectations.
No, please. Expectation?
Our expectations
Ah.
and the others' expectations about us.
Yeah, but
No,
it's the same, huh? It's the same.
It's a mind thing, no?
Totally. Where else is an expectation? It's only in the mind. It is in the time. You see, you believe time is real, and time is what? It's a movement. So whatever doesn't satisfy you now, you go to the future, or to the past, and you want to repeat that in the future. So it's all quite an illusory response, because it will anyway we always be impermanent. So you, after even fulfilling an expectation, if at all it can be, you will produce a new other expectation up to the beyond. Then after, when you are in the beyond, what you do? Another beyond? Then you will say, oh no, prior. It's really a play of the mind. Yeah. Life is like this, huh? The life is like this. So it's good not to be fooled by what the mind presents, because you cannot avoid in this body-mind to be fooled and to eventually follow things. But if you have seen what is the background of everything, which is the real nature of things, you will always, as I say, I don't know if it is very proper, I hope one day I will tell better, but that will wake you up anyway, you see, to, oh, where am I? And nothing happened actually. And it removes the belief that an expectation or the fulfillment of an expectation will give happiness or peace or love or whatever, whatever you put in there. What more do you want to know?
Me?
Yeah. So this is clear to you?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's clear, or sometimes it's clear. Well,
So if it is clear, what else do you want to know?
who makes the questions? No? Who gives the answers?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So if it is the same one who is expecting, that who belongs to them, to the expectations. The expectations belongs to that. That means apparent world. The world of where I am born, as a body and a mind. But if you really ask who is expecting, or in the end, you can always add a different quality to this who. So who am I, in fact? Who am I? There the answer cannot be in the same realm, otherwise you will search more and more. So the answer will be just where the question disappears.
Your previous answer set some like fire in my heart, and it's like it brought something out. And
Speak of now. That happened. Where are you left with this happening? That is the most important.
somehow there's so much frustration arising when I'm trying to see.
Who told you to see? You have not to see. You just have to be. We are lost in the scene. That's why we search. You are the seer of the scene, but we are fascinated by the scene. You are just the seer. That's what you search. You don't want anymore a scene. But you are already the seer, because there is no scene if there is no seer. It's all about that.
I don't feel like I can describe anything.
Don't go there. Did I ask you to describe?
No. But
You spoil it. You spoil it with that thought. Why do you follow that thought? You're not fed up. It's tiring to follow all those thoughts. It's not an obligation to follow all those thoughts. It's your birthright just to be quiet with yourself. And let the mind wait.
Hi. I'm curious, is it the essence in stillness or is it an evolving process?
Nor of the two. Nor of the two. It doesn't fall into any description. And you must know why, because if it falls into a description, it is in time. It is the knowledge or the possession of someone. Hmm? Just know that. Remember that as much as you can. Hmm? You know, in this search, it's different for everyone, but it can be also like, I would say, there is a time to clear up what do I want, and I don't know exactly, and then in the end, you may say, yes, I want what the wise speak about, I want liberation. And then you hear about that and you try to, you give up all your concepts and all those things. I forgot what I wanted to say. No, just we take time. Actually, we take time to spot what is the mind. Because in the mind, you think there is something which escapes the mind, but it is still conceptualized by the mind. So here there is no compromise. So even a thought of timelessness or immortality or absolute and all that will not do. It is still the mind. Now it can help to remove its opposite concept, but then it's a way of teaching. Till the moment you have seen whatever moves is the mind. Why should I go there? Just for this, to allow a moment of liberation from the tyranny of the mind. It is not an attitude to live. I don't give a way to live. It's just to allow yourself to be freed from, the tyranny of your mind. Yeah. So you have to spot whatever I express what is it? Do I want an answer, or it's better I see, oh, it's the mind? It's enough. You don't need the answer then. You boycott the question, which is better. And in the question, there is always I, an owner of the question. Yeah.
Hello, Ganga.
Hi.
Morning. Is the moment you spot the mind? Hang on, I have to remember what I wanted to ask.
Don't have my disease. It's like you're too young. Okay. What do you say?
So the moment you spot the mind, in that moment, are you out of the mind, or is that just an indication?
Why do you go in your mind? Do you think the answer in your mind will help you? You spot the mind. That what you express to me is the mind, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Then you want an answer to the mind?
No.
Ah. So you didn't see it was the mind.
Well, that was my question, because...
So what's your question? Tell me.
It's maybe it's just...
No.
subtle.
Just tell me.
The indication to spot the mind, so you have...
Clever.
Huh?
Yeah, the indication to spot the mind, yeah.
So
Yeah.
seems to be a just a remedy of how to not be caught in the tyranny so much, but it's not
Right.
a way of life.
Right.
I mean, it's
yeah.
it's not. I don't know. It's not because I am.
But life is only thoughts and senses and feelings, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you live like this. Okay. And what is satsang? What is the particularity of satsang? It's a very, very strange phenomena in all those phenomena, I agree. Because we speak of something which never happened. It looks like a cuckoo house, but it exists, that search exists. So it needs also some asylum for those who search that, you know. So, okay, we are in it. So, tell me more.
Well, yeah, it's like that. It's just like a medicine for the mad ones to... It's like a prescription to say, spot the mind. But really, because there's nothing to spot, and I mean, as myself...
Very good.
Then...
Very good, that's all. I have not to answer you. It's
no
very good what you say. Do you want a confirmation? I hope not. It's very good what you say. And if you need my confirmation, then you give some chance to the mind to reappear strongly. It is like this. Nobody has the recipe, because it's an impossible task, which is to speak and to try to realize and all that, because you already are it. So you imagine the strange situation. You see, to live, the mind got this tremendous power. It looks to be the master of your life. You need the mind to live. So of course, the search is in the mind. So he has this primal arrogance, which is very useful for the world, for his life. But here he has to shut up, and that may take time. He will rebel, he will invent anything, because he cannot believe that he cannot be into picture. It's inconceivable. So that may take time, or not. But you have always a chance not to fall into its pride or its arrogance, knowing you are very good, I am very happy you are with me for this life, but here you are just a tool, you are not my master. You see, the mind, creation is a movement. So it cannot achieve not to do anything, to be quiet. It cannot achieve that. Or if he achieves it, it's through tremendous efforts, which anyway will never be permanent as an effect. So this mind doesn't have the capacity to help here. It's not meant for it. It's like this beautiful and so known example of ocean and waves. You see, to know that everything is water, it will not be through working on a big wave so that it's small or flat or no waves or whatever. It's just a sudden self-revelation. Everything is water. Then what more will you continue to search or to believe in something? No. But it's true. If this is not revealed by itself, being in a wave and troubled by its size or whatever it happens, the only tool of the mind is to work on the wave. But satsang is to offer this moment of don't believe anymore you are a wave or there is an ocean. Just try to be freed from that. Just even for a moment, it's enough. Because once you see it's water, you can play with waves and all, but you know it's water. This doesn't fall into the memory, so it's not forgotten. It's just a fact or something. Anyway. have to laugh because when I came back from India after meeting Papaji, the only person I could speak about that was my mum. And I told her, you know what, come with me. I bring her to the beach. And then I gave her the example of waves and ocean. And I said, you know what I learned? That it's water. But for some reason, oh wow! Yeah, it's the only thing I learned.
You knew that when you were 3. You already, your mother told you it was water when you were 3. When you were a child.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because we see it all when we're children, that there's no
Oh no, I was not. I was blind. No, I was seeing only waves and ocean. I thought that water was a third element. There is wave, ocean, and water. Ay, ay, ay. So.
Hi. Once one makes the commitment to liberation and recognizes that the wanting is within the illusion, from where does he make decisions?
The question is a bit obscure to me.
I've made a commitment in my life to
liberation.
So I've seen through the illusion. So I've made a commitment towards liberation.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling with this wanting, whether I should continue to want and do in life, or whether I should completely let go and allow the flow of life to move me. So I wonder where do I make decisions?
Look, it's not up to me to choose for you. But I would say a word still. When you have this desire for liberation, it's a life. You cannot help. You dedicate your life for that, because you will not be at rest otherwise. Now the other proposition, it's a new age way of living. Not bad, in fact, but good luck, so. So it's two complete different wishes. It's two complete different desire, I find. But you are free, you are free to see what you really want, first to experience maybe. And it's a beautiful image maybe now about the life and the flow of life, like the river and so on. Who is able to live like that?
Can you repeat the last thing you said?
Who is able to live like that? It's an ideal, an utopia. More, one more.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
You just said you should do what you want, but isn't what you want your mind, and isn't the mind that is impermanent and we try to stop? And also,
I don't try to stop the mind, it's impossible. But I try to see it's the mind, if there is something. Yeah, and then?
Yeah, it's also, I thought a lot about the concept of ikigai, but ikigai in a way is a really...
I don't know what it is.
Ikigai is like what is your purpose in life, basically, to find your purpose in life. And but this is a really egoistic concept in that sense as well. Like, I don't really know what I should follow, you know? I mean, if you wake up every morning and you think, I don't focus on my purpose, I don't focus on my mind, you know, what is the purpose then waking up and having the thrive to do things on your day? You know what I mean?
Yes and no. Yeah. Maybe I was not understood. What I say in Satsang, it's not a way of life. I mean, it's not, I don't tell you wake up in the morning and you don't look at your mind and so, and then what about your day? Then all those questions come. Your life is your life. It will anyway appear as it has to appear to you, and it is original for everybody in this universe. So, and you cannot do otherwise. You decide thing, it happens, it had to happen, it doesn't happen, it had not to happen. It's like that. You cannot help, but you still decide or not decide and all that. Satsang is just to remind you, if you have that search, otherwise it doesn't make sense also. But if you have this question, is there a God? Is there something else than this reality I am in? Then it reminds you are right to question, because you are, of course, in this body-mind, you are all what appears. But it's not the essence of what you are. Your origin, in fact, is a common background. It's one and the same for everything. And it creates and it makes disappear this creation. So in that way, you can, if it is your preoccupation, whenever it comes, you dedicate a moment to be reminded. Or if you don't understand, then you will investigate. And the investigation will be towards the source of this life, of your mind. So there is one indication quite powerful, which is whatever I can know, or I can feel, or I can sense, I speak about my body, or about my emotional heart, or about my brain. So it is not about the essence I am. So I am not this, I'm not that. Neti, and then it may give you a moment of total freedom from what you thought so far. So Satsang reminds you that. That's all. and live your life. Yeah, in a natural way. Don't question too much about this life. You know, it's like everyone has different purposes and roles and so on. It may take time to know what do I really want. And that question comes when you are not satisfied by things you do always and so on. Yeah, it may take time and it's part of the search.
Yeah, maybe to add, for me, I sometimes have such a thriving force that I forget about the present, and then I'm getting annoyed of me always being in the future wanting something, but not wanting something also brings me to a state of not evolving. It's a weird concept, so I always catch myself into wanting and not wanting to want.
Yeah, you are probably curious to explore this creation, this life. So, but something boycotts, you know, because I don't know, if you want to explore this creation, better not to come to satsang, because it will tell you the illusion of creation. And then what? You want to do this, but you hear this, you cannot apply it. It's completely a confusion, and it's not good. So, that's what I say. You know what? Try to see what exactly you would like to achieve first in your life, and then you can die and you are quite satisfied. So, if it is the exploration of this creation, I would go to places who dig there, who have a deeper knowledge or fulfills your curiosity about it. Because in satsang, if you have that search and then you hear, but who is curious? Then you will be in trouble, isn't it? So you have to see first what I want to experience. And there is no judgment there. Absolutely not. So really follow, and then if you can fulfill what you went for, maybe you will have another question after that. But you see, don't mix the whole thing. It doesn't work. Or you can also come to satsang knowing it's about the essence, so nothing to do with curiosity or no curiosity of the world, of this creation, and as an interest in your mind, but then you know it's only the mind which is concerned, you can also do that. But you have to be clear. Don't apply indications here into there and so on. I think so. To explore this world, you need your identity. And satsang questions the identity. So be wise, know what you do. Et voilà. Something more, something less. Less, I hope. You can wake up. It's finished. A question? No. Over. Thank you very much.